Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Edge of Eternities Draft here on the channel. Huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account in this early access event so I could get this recorded for you early. Okay, what do we have here? Lightstall Inquisitor, so 1 mana, 2/1 Vigilance, and then it minorly disrupts their hand. So it's an okay card. You'll definitely play it in your white decks, but it's not like rare busted power level that you'd expect maybe from some rares. We also have Rayblade Trooper, so it's got the new warp mechanic, so you can cast it for 2 mana, or you can cast it for 3 mana. The 2 mana one will go away at the end of turn to exile, where you can then play the 3 mana mode. When it enters, you get a counter on a creature, and then if a creature with a counter dies, you get a 1/1, so that's reasonable. There's this kind of control magic variant. I think I'll take. You get to take control of something, and then you control it, and it stays tapped. It's between that and Gravkill, which is a 4 mana exile spell. And I think taking control of it's pretty good. You can get some nice little synergies going potentially with the Tractor Beam. So we've got Tractor Beam. If we see any synergy pieces, we'll keep that in mind. Though, of course, you can also just like steal something and then sacrifice it. So just having control of it can be good if it has passive abilities, things like that. Now there is Specimen Freighter. So 6 mana, it bounces 2 non-spacecraft creatures to their owner's hands. So that can be a nice little tempo reset and then eventually becomes a 4/7. Pretty neat. Hard Light Containment is like a removal spell that's very efficient as long as you have an artifact. Interesting. And then there's Bioengineered Future, which can be a nice little ramp thing for green, make your creatures a little bit bigger. And then Orbital Plunge is a good kill spell in red. I want to try the spacecrafts out, so I think this is going to be a good opportunity to try it. Basically, the way these work, you play them, and then eventually you can tap your creatures to make them into creatures. Bouncing a couple things is a pretty nice upside. You can also bounce your own creatures if they have good enters effects. In this pack, our rare is Cosmogoyf. I think it's pretty hard to get things into exile in this set, so this card is a little bit tricky to use in draft. That being said, there is a blue card I really like, Cryogen Relic. Comes into play, draws a card. When it leaves play, you draw a card. And you can sacrifice it to this. You can sacrifice it to some other effects that are in the set. I think Cryogen Relic is a nice one. Sacrificing it, for example, to something like Swarm Color. So when it becomes tapped, you can sacrifice another creature or artifact to draw a card. So if you sacrifice your Cryogen Relic, you'll kind of draw 2 cards. So that's a pretty good synergy to be aware of. Scrounge for Eternity is another good synergy with Cryogen Relic. You sacrifice it, get back a spacecraft or creature with mana value 5 or less. So there's some good combos with Cryogen Relic. I think getting it third is nice. Though blue might be drying up. We'll have to see. Pick 4. I think we're just going to keep taking blue cards. Cryo Shatter is really, really nice. 1 mana, just kind of deals with any cards that are problematic. It's looking like blue-black might be a good home to end up in. We're seeing this card. We also see a couple of black cards that are solid, like a flyer that dies into a 2/2, a 1/1 Death Toucher. Pretty reasonable. Green-white, this card's quite nice. Halia Ascendant Cadet, nice top-end card, can draw you some cards, be a growing threat. And Full Bore can do tons of damage, so keep an eye out for that one. But when you have a lot of cards in one color, the more cards you take of that color, the more likely you are to play them, because there's 2 balancing forces with any draft pick. It's how powerful is the card versus how likely am I to be able to put this card into my final deck. And these cards are all like guaranteed to make my final deck now, so they outweigh even a slightly more powerful card in a different color that isn't guaranteed to make my deck. Now, this is a really good synergy piece with the Tractor Beam. So Tractor Beam keeps something tapped and it doesn't untap. The Nanoform Sentinel can untap things. So that is worth noting. That being said, I'm going to just take another Specimen Freighter. Getting a second copy of this card will let me build around it a little bit. Any enters the battlefield effects I have on my creatures will be nice. And I think we're just going to be happy having this as a top end card to play this as a way to regain some tempo after we maybe spend some time drawing cards. There is Roving Actuator, which is another really cool card. If you can get Void going, then you can cast your cheap instants and sorceries. And then Nanoform Sentinel was a card that I would probably second pick out of this pack. Just stick to blue and also synergy with Tractor Beam. Interesting. Very interesting. So we're 6 picks in. There's another Cryo Shatter. So as we said, this would be guaranteed to make the cut. And it's a really good card. But there's also Pinnacle Emissary, which is whenever we cast an artifact, we create a 1/1 with flying. And getting this rare, pick 6, is a really good sign that blue-red might be open. So I think we're going to take this over the Cryo Shatter, because it's like pick 6, we're getting a really good signal point for this. And blue-red might be a good home for us. Now there's another Cryogen Relic. There's also a Auraplate Pangolin, which I do like as well, but I think the Cryogen Relic's a little bit better anyway, especially for this deck where I'm trying to build around that synergy. But Pangolin's really nice with something like Pinnacle Emissary. We're still not guaranteed to be red, so I'm still just going to take this card, and then maybe we get blue-black going or whatever it is. But Comet Crawler is nice with Cryogen Relic, and Exosuit Savior is really good with Cryogen Relic. I think I want to take the Savior. There's also Galvanizing Sawship, but this is more of an aggressive card, and my deck is more of a control deck. I think I'm going to take the Exosuit Savior over the Comet Crawler. Both are interesting, but Exosuit Savior, after playing a Cryogen Relic, you pick it up. Pretty nice, I think. So we'll take that. Good little synergy. 1-2 punch. And then we get a white 2-drop. This card's okay. Pull Through the World. Weft is fine. This blue card I don't really ever want to play. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I'm just going to take the 2-drop for white. Wow. Hard Light Containment came back. That's interesting. Pretty interesting. There's plenty of artifacts. Like we could put it onto a Cryogen Relic that we just don't plan on sacrificing. Yeah, interesting stuff. I guess we'll take the Drix Fate Maker now. Just put a couple counters on things. I'm trying to hover over all the cards I'm talking about as best I can. Sometimes there's just a lot to talk about. Wow, Full Bore came back. That's crazy. I think we'll take the Pinnacle Kill Ship, though. Maybe that's wrong. I was thinking I could pick it up with Specimen Freighter, and then I remembered just after I took it that I couldn't. So maybe an incorrect pick there. So after pack 1, we know we're playing blue. We have kind of an avenue into white, potentially, with these three white cards late. We have a potential avenue into red with these 2 red cards. Maybe we should have taken the Cryo Shatter, but I think we're in okay shape there. In this pack, there is another Tractor Beam, which I think will just be my pick. Just take control of their creatures. Same deal as before. It's kind of a combo piece with something like Frontline War Rager, too, having their stuff tapped on your side of the battlefield. Hymn of the Faller is a pretty good removal spell. Our rare is kind of a weird one. Just mill them equals our life total. So if you mill them for 20 cards, you're probably going to win that game on turn 4. But it's kind of hard to use sometimes. Like in the late game, if your life total is at like 10 or 5 or something. Tractor Beam's pretty solid, though. I think Night Luminary is also a pretty good card. And then I love Plasma Bolt as well. We're just going to keep taking the blue cards when we can, though. Same logic as before. So this is Seam Rip, exile something cheap. Cryo Shatter, just good removal spell. Black did seem potentially a little bit open in that last pack. Then Territorial Bruntar is just like a nice top-end value card. Biomech is good in like red-green landers. I'm just going to take Cryo Shatter here. Keep taking the blue cards when I can. Now there's another Cryo Shatter. This card's also potentially good. Sacrifice an artifact, get some value. It's a great combo with the Cryogen Relic. We're just going to keep taking Cryo Shatters. I like Night Luminary as well. When you have 3 Cryo Shatters, you just want more removal spells. I mean, more card draw spells. But removal's also good. Cheap removal plays well with card draw because like you play your cheap removal, and then you play some mana to draw some cards, and then you end up cards and dealing with your opponent's threats. 3 less to cast if you've cast another spell this turn. I think this card's going to be great in our deck with 3 Cryo Shatters and 2 Cryogen Relics. I mean, mostly the Cryo Shatters. You just get to go turn 3, Cryo Shatter something, play a 4/4. There's also Galactic Wayfarer, but green did not seem open pack 1. It's pretty much we're choosing between white and red to pair our cards with. And I think this card's going to be at least interesting to try in this deck. I love this card. Code Cracker Hound. Tons of value. You can warp it just for the value portion. I also would like the Whale. I would totally play this in a heartbeat, but I like seeing the Code Cracker Hound. I also wouldn't mind Melded Moxide if I did go red, but yeah, at this point, I'm actually okay that I took the Pinnacle Emissary because I have enough of these Cryo Shatters to be fine. Mental Modulation now, I think, is going to be the pick. Tap something down. Draw a card. There's Auxiliary Boosters. If I'm in blue-white, double spelling can become a factor. There's a Ice Cave Crasher, big 4/4 trample. But yeah, this card's nice. Tap something, draw a card. Just helps churn through the deck a little bit. Scrounge for Eternity. I mean, there is another modulation, but I think black did seem potentially open. Might as well leave the avenue open. There's also Virus Beetle. I don't think I need multiple mental modulations. Let's just take this card. We'll see what we need to do. But we have now an avenue into black, potentially. Cavaron Harrier. I think he's a really good card. Just a nice little aggressive threat. Or just a decent blocker 2-1. Melded Moxite's also reasonable. I don't think we need multiple mental modulations. We'll see how the first one feels when we're playing it. Okay, Space-Time Anomaly or Frontline War Rager. We'll just take this. We'll see how it goes. We don't really need the Frontline War Rager, I don't think, regardless. We'll take the 2-drop now. We do need a little bit more of those. And now we get the War Rager. I don't think we ever want to main deck a Null. Shieldmate or War Rager. Let's just take the Shieldmate. Last pick, Starbreach Whale is crazy. Okay, so this card's crazy, right? It's 8 mana, destroy a non-creature permanent, then deals 4 to each creature. And it's not that hard to station up. Yeah, this is a nice top-end card for our control deck. There's also Codecracker Hound. Interesting. Do we want a top-end card, or do we just want, like, an 8 drops a lot of mana, or do we just want a really solid card for our deck? I don't think we're going to be able to get to 8 mana that easily. Let's just take the Codecracker Hound. 8's a lot when you don't have ramp in your deck. It's a lot of mana. Ooh, I do like Mechan Assembler. When an artifact enters, create a 2/2 robot. There's also Halia. Gain a life, and then if we gain 3 more life, we draw a card. I mean, yeah. There's also another Cryo Shatter. So we have 2 options mainly. I think between the Mechan Assembler, which plays well with all the artifacts we have a decent number of those, 10. We might not play all of them, but nice top-end card. And then Halia is going to help us get extra life gain for our Space-Time Anomaly, I guess. I'm just going to take the Mechan Assembler. Again, guaranteed to make the deck and be good in the deck. This could have gone and found our Halia, which is kind of funny. Rescue Skiff. So the only blue card is this, which I don't love. This card's good sacrificing our Cryogen Relics, but I don't think we need that. We can just take this guy, maybe. Moving on. I think we'll take this over the white cards. I think our white cards are not that good. Another Cryogen Relic. Cryo Shatter. There's also Nanoform Sentinel, which seems actually okay for us. Good with Tractor Beams. We already have 3 Cryo Shatters. Yeah, let's just take this guy. Because when you have 2 Tractor Beams, you do like having a Nanoform Sentinel. Artifact count is at 12. Halia number 2. That's crazy. We could have gotten a couple of those. And there's a Wedge Light. That's tough. That is tough. Lots of good white cards here. I think we'll just take the Kav Land Seeker, though. I do love this card. Full bore. We'll just take a Mechan Shieldmate, though. Getting more artifacts. Lost in Space. We have so many interactive spells. Let's just take a Melded Moxite. Give ourselves another artifact that we can sacrifice to stuff. Like a Slag Drill or whatever. This card's pretty sweet. I just don't think we have the tools to splash. Oh, this card's perfect for us. I love seeing another Slag Drill Scrapper. Plays well with a lot of our cards. This is also a little mini board wipe, but I think we're fine without that. Yeah, this draft ended up going pretty well, I think. Kind of a nice little blue-red controller. Wow, another Cryo Shatter. Yep, I think this ended up being pretty nice for us. We have lots of value, lots of card draw, and mostly blue cards, but 9-8 split still seems fine. Let's just move the cards that we don't want to play. I don't think we want the Frontline Rager. Maybe we wanted to go 10-7 here. I don't know if we're a Caveron Harrier deck. Because that requires us to attack, and we're more defensive here. I don't think we want the Gigastorm Titan. I don't think we need Pinnacle Kill Ship either. We can cut Melted Moxite. This card's nice. Sacrifice artifact. So if we like steal an artifact creature with this, we can sacrifice it. It was like one Slag Drill and then cut Mental Modulation or something. I do kind of like a lot of these cards that I have to cut. We have so much removal. 6 removal spells. A little bit of card draw. The Specimen Freighter seems okay. Maybe I'd rather have... Yeah, I think we're going to run it like this for now, and then we can always make changes later. So, yeah, let's get to the games. As we dive into the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel via Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, especially those who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference. If you've been enjoying my videos, then Patreon is a way to give back to the channel, help me make more videos in the future, and gain access to cool card-by-card tier lists and for my thoughts documents and things like that. As I said before, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Okay, let's get to round 1. Easy keep. Mech and Shieldmaker, Codecracker Hound. We could have taken that sweet Mythic Rare 8-drop, but I don't think it actually would have been better than what we already have. So, yeah, because getting to 8 mana is a big expectation without ramp in your deck. We've got our little fox over here. One of the funny things is when in the Tarkir Dragonstorm lore, when NicolaiBolas escaped, one of the things I'm most excited for is a new avatar for NicolaiBolas, because this is not my favorite artwork for NicolaiBolas. I think my favorite one is God Pharaoh from Amonkhet. But yeah, the Mech and Shieldmate, we'll see how good it is. That could definitely be the weak link in our deck. My opponent's on a mulligan. Oh, okay. Easy block for me. I am going to go value here. I'm going to go with the warp mode. I'm still at 19 life. Oh, baby, let's go. And then I can just play this again next turn. And then Cryo Shatter or something. So as I said, card draw plus cheap removal is super good. Like, let's just say they play like a 3-mana 5/5 here. Like, even if it was, yeah, like, that would be a crazy card, but I just Cryo Shatter, play my 2/1. We're chilling. Okay, so they're getting a little bit of ramp on. Just straight blue-green. No fixing at all. Okay. I don't think I need the 3/2. I'd rather just hit land drops guaranteed. Sure. Pretty horrific for me, not gonna lie. This card is problematic. Sure. That's a perfect thing to Cryo Shatter, though. Oh, this is not good. I think we're going to lose now. We were in such good shape if they didn't have that protection spell. Yep. I think this keeps me alive. Maybe I did the math wrong. If they don't have an artifact to attack with their 3/2, it keeps me alive. I could have shrunk this guy the previous turn. I was just obsessed with getting this guy. Specimen Freighter is not seeming good here. If this was like the other one, like the flyer version. I guess I should have warped this guy because I knew I was going to crew him up. Yeah, I'm just getting a little overwhelmed by how many different cards there are right now. And the fact that I'm just getting toasted by this Seed Ship Agrarian. Okay, they got me. They got me. Okay. Lessons learned. Well, I do not like this bounce guy at all. I am not a fan of it in this shell. So I think we can make our deck better by just cutting both of these, adding in the removal one, and a Caveron Harrier maybe. And calling it like that. And I'll see you in the next, I guess we'll go to the next round. It's just tricky. The bounce thing seems like it could be good in certain matchups. Like bouncing things with +1/+1 counters on them or things like that. I don't know. Seems like it could be good, but we'll have to see. This is a great hand, though. Caveron Harrier doing work. We aren't going to pay because we really need to hit our land drop, so we're going to warp instead. No! I'm glad we didn't pay, though. We're going to play Momenon. I love the Cryogen Relic. It's great to see it in play. Let's go. Okay, we're playing Momenon. So if we draw a land, we can play the Cav Land Seeker, put a counter on Momenon. Be pretty happy about that. Pulsar Squadron Ace. They do not hit a spacecraft, okay. Yikes. That's kind of scary. Oh my gosh, the synergies. Well, that's not good. We are still just going to warp this. No. You hate to see it. Things are looking a little dicey here for me. Actually, I think I do keep the land here. Because then I can go this, Cryogen Relic, draw the land, Cryo Shatter something. Guaranteed. Okay. I could warp this. But no. I could warp this, play this, play this. Yep. I'm going to use this guy to save myself 4 points of life here. Okay, so we want to get rid of this guy. I don't know why it tapped me like this, but oh well. Okay. That's okay for me. That's confusing. Maybe they have all lands in hand. They thought they couldn't win. I'm confused. Regardless, we got the win. Would the bounce spell have been good there? The bounce guy. Maybe we want one of the bounce guy. Over like one of these. I'd rather just have this over that. I kind of want to try a bunch of different cards still. I want to try one Specimen Freighter. We'll get a little bit more reps in with it. This is a very interesting deck because it's mostly a control deck, I think. Because we have so many removal spells, we've got a bunch of card draw. But at the same time, it's tricky to say. I will say, I am only going to play 5 rounds with this deck. I want to try to play as many different decks as possible in this event. So we only have a few more rounds to go. Okay, Cryo Shatter. Great card here. I'm almost always warping this, I think. Cryo Shatter has been pretty solid. It's just 1 mana, which makes it so hugely impactful. I think I like playing against green decks with this deck because Cryo Shatter tends to be good against them, I think. Definitely taking the Mechan Assembler. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Caveron just so I can play that alongside a Code Hound next turn. They didn't crack their lander token. That's interesting. So they did it because they have the Tanic. Pretty good. I can't really prevent the Tanic from doing good things. Because my Cryo Shatter doesn't stop that. Did they miss their land drop or something? I mean, it feels like a pretty... I'm just going to be mana efficient here. Next turn I can go. I can do a few things next turn, honestly. Memenon, Codecracker. I could try to get a Cryo Shatter going. But I have a good double block lined up on the Tanic. So they're splashing Tanic in green-white. Interesting. At least that's what it looks like. This could go very badly for me. I think I need to be more willing to just use Cryo Shatter on a card that's like not perfect for it. Okay, perfect. That's huge. That's a huge draw. But now every time I play a land, I ping them, which is neat. Oh! Oh, that's so funny. Because they triggered it once, I got to trigger it the second time. Oh, that's hilarious. I will Cryo Shatter this thing so I can start attacking. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Tractor Beam for the win. Let's go. Okay, that is a problematic card. That is terrifying. I do not like that at all. Shucks. Gosh, I think I just have to play it safe. No! Well, that's bad. There is now a very real chance we do not win this game. Okay. Oh, they have the land. Oh, they had the land. Hmm. So this guy's going to sacrifice this thing to draw me a couple cards. Oh, man. Got me. I should have buffed up the Momenton the first time. I wasn't thinking about them giving their guy flying. Dang it. Gosh, that 7-drop guy is so good against me. And the flying was really a problem. Oh, man. That equipment's pretty annoying. Very annoying. It's not just a flyer. Everything gets fly. Gosh. Okay, this is a great hand. We'll see how Specimen Freighter looks here. The Mechan Assembler looked insane there, though. So we have 2 more rounds to go. If I can win this one, we'll have a final round. The Ultimate Showdown. This land is really good. Okay, I'm gonna need some spells coming up. Okay, that's a good thing to bounce. Okay, this game, there's nothing I could have done, really. There's just so many lands I've drawn. I've drawn one spell. This land is messed up. Oh my gosh. Gosh, could I have not drawn that last turn? That would have been so much better. Oh no. Oh my gosh, it's legendary. Oh, the synergy. That's brutal. Oh, huge. Getting rid of that is actually a huge plus for me. Oh, I'm actually in good shape now, I think. Okay. Less good shape. Not as good as I was a second ago. Vigilance is annoying, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, I milled 3 lands? You're kidding me. That's annoying. Okay. I have to draw something here in a hurry. This land has been dumpstering me. Oh, that's really bad. I just have to hope they don't draw an answer the next 2 turns, because the other creatures have reach. So I have them on a 2-turn clock. Oh no, I missed lethal. Oh no, I missed lethal. Why did I jump block? I forgot my guy had menace. Because I could have just attacked everything. They can't block the flyer. They can block one guy here, one guy on there. Menace kills them. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Are they still dead? They can either block Menace, or they can block the Harrier plus the other guy. Harrier, other guy, they still die, yeah. I think that's lethal. Should be. Okay. Whew, I didn't botch that. Okay. Yeah. Nice! We're heading to the final round! The Harrier, the spacecraft is actually huge there. Okay. I'm glad we put it back into the deck in one copy. I think 2 copies is a bit excessive. Drawing both seems like overkill. Okay, what do we learn? We have 1 more round to go. Let's try to get that 3-2 finish. We don't want this. We don't want this. This card could be okay. This card's okay, maybe. This card seems potentially solid. I like the idea of these guys. The Slag Scrapper. Oh, man. This is so dicey. You know what? I think we're just going to keep it the way it is and hope for the best. We have 1 round to go. Glorious combat. We've got pretty good defensive speed. We've got a lot of those cheap removal spells. Decent amount of card draw. Let's see how we can finish it off in the final round. We have some cool synergies as well, which is always nice. It's always a nice little battle. When you play 5 rounds, try to get that nice little 3-2. Or better, hopefully, but... Okay, nice, nice. The tractor beam, we'll see how it does. We haven't drawn the kill ship yet. We'll see how this does as well. This could be a nice win con. Beautiful. Perfect timing on the Cryogen Relic. Do they have a null or something? Okay, sure. That guy's not a major issue for me. Okay. Blue-green, so a slow matchup, hopefully. Except for the fact that they're just playing fast cards. We're just going to warp this still. We're going to need all the card advantage we can get, I think, eventually. And I think we're going to tractor beam this guy just to start gaining a bunch of life. We'll see what they play, but that seems like a decent play for me. Do they have counter magic? Nice. No, they have enchantment removal. Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. You hate to see that. I'm trying to set up the Mecha Assembler into Caveron Hunter turn 6 play. Okay, so this will double any triggers they have. So I need a land in the top 2. Yeah, I think we have to take the land. Even though I would love a Cryo Shatter. I'm under so much pressure here, it's annoying. I guess maybe I was greedy with the Code Cracker. A single block is way less risky. They're holding up 5 mana. Maybe they're color screwed. I'm doing it this way because this way I have another artifact to trigger this on the following turn. No attacks. This card's really good. So next turn I can play this into Caveron Harrier. Or I can go Codecracker Hound into this, into Caveron to see if I like make sure I hit my land drop or whatever. Or this, Caveron, sack this. But the 1/1 will be able to deal with this guy. But I wanted to like maximize this thing and also make sure I had an artifact for this guy for the following turn to block this guy. They've done a lot of damage with this guy. It's done like 5 damage to me. It's really annoying. This can hopefully deal with some good stuff. Okay. Yeah, I just want that 1/1. What do they have in their hand? I'm thinking they might have like +1/+1 and indestructible or something. Overall, it's a little bit strange. They haven't cast a spell for 2 turns. Maybe they're color screwed or something. They've only cast like 4 spells in the game, and I feel like I was kind of losing for a little bit here. Now I'm just thinking about that mythic rare that like deals 4 to everything. Okay, they're sacrificing it, sure. They're trying to decide what the most important thing to kill is, I guess. My kill ship is going to kill this guy next turn so I can hit him for like 1 billion damage. Seems worth it. The Codecracker Hound has been insane. Sure. Oh, they're going to bounce it and make a drone or something? Sure. Hmm. Sure. Oh, they were like waiting for the Desculpting Blast to be online so they could... It's such a weird scenario here. This is a 2-turn clock, though, which is nice. It only requires 7 to crew it up, so that's pretty good as well. Oh, they did need mana of a certain color. Ah. I see. Okay. I think we're in good shape here. We're going to sack this Cryogen Relic. Boom! Okay, I think that vehicle was pretty good. Like, it hit so hard. 7 is so big. Let's go! 3 and 2, just what we wanted. I mean, not what we would have preferred doing slightly better, but I knew they had a board sweeper of some kind. I was a little bit wary about it. I guess they just needed their mana. But yeah, that was a sweet 3-2. Some great cards in this deck. We got to use the Tractor Beam a little bit. We got to try out these cool spacecraft at the top end. And Pinnacle Emissary was really cool, along with the Mechan Assembler. That was a cool little combo. If you made it to the end of the video, leave hashtag factory to let me know you made it all the way to the end, because we were just churning out those robot bots and drones with these sweet little token generator. So hashtag factory to let me know you made it to the end of the video. Thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account in this early access event so I could get this recorded for you early. I'm so glad we got to try out this sweet deck, and I will talk to you next time.